Hi guys, thanks for tuning in to my What Sold video. I know it's gonna be put up on a Sunday, and normally that's fine. I do pre-ship my orders, but remember tomorrow, Monday, February 20th of 2023, it is President's Day, and everything I read on the USPS site says it's closed. Normally eBay has been getting better, in recent years about not allowing you to print a label on a postal holiday. Excuse me, but right now I just went to check, to click print shipping label to see what was going to happen before I made this video, and it says ship tomorrow. So some of you could get away with that, like your post office just takes them and scans them in and doesn't look at when the label was printed, but my mail is very detailed, which is good. I mean, like everything of mine gets scanned sorry guys, I don't know why I'm hiccuping all of a sudden. I haven't had a hiccup for or whatever. So anyway, we'll hope we can get through this video. Anyway, the point is my post office is very particular. They're very good at what they do. So they would notice, like, yeah, and they would not let them through. I would have to reprint them all. So I just wanted to tell the people who, I do get feedback sometimes, hey, your videos are too long or whatever, and I get that. But this video will be long. I don't really want to divide it in two because I have so much going on. I need to just do my shipping. So as much as I would love to just make videos just for you guys, I pretty much just take you along with my normal day. I don't really have the luxury yet. My business is full-time, but I can't really spare the time to just like put on a presentation or, edit a lot of videos. I just kind of take you along with me, and I hope it's of some good to you. But this video might be a little long. It's 23 orders, and I will just pause on each one and make sure that I have clicked Tuesday. So make sure you do that too if it's showing that you can ship on Monday, because unless you live somewhere, that's different than mine, I can't ship on until Tuesday. So let's head over and see what we got. Let's see here. So I'm showing 23 orders for a total of $783.57. Now I shipped on Friday morning, and today is Sunday night. I did not ship yesterday like I normally do. It was a really hard choice for me because I was out of inventory again, and this week looks to be like one of the worst. Not really because I live in the mountains of Wyoming, just because all these western states, North Dakota, South Dakota, Wyoming, I'd have to look at the trajectory again, but we're going to get hit very, very hard with buckets of snow and like below, not just below zero, but they're calling it like Arctic freeze temperatures, like literally 20 to 30 below zero. This is a disaster zone right now. I mean, people in our church have had near deadly accidents. She's 80 years old. She's in the hospital up here, with a compound fracture. They don't think that the surgeon can get in on Tuesday, so they're going to take her to Utah tonight. There's been just craziness around where I live. And I knew I had a little window Friday and Saturday where the roads were clear, except for, of course, the patch of ice that this poor elderly couple had a severe accident on. But there was a window, so we went and we did the best we could. I had a lot to do. I had to stock up on groceries that I can't get here, and because it's not just a 2 or 3 day weather event. Like, I don't think that I safely or common sense wise, if I'm even allowed, like, I think the roads will be closed through possibly Friday or Saturday, and today is Sunday. So I think that this is going to be one of the longest stretches where, unless I really like had a medical emergency, it's just dumb to go. So it's hard for me. I had planned on being out of town Monday and Tuesday with my husband. I don't talk about this a lot on my channel, and I don't want to make anybody sad, but Tuesday is my middle son's birthday, but he is in heaven. So we try to plan fun things, trips, things to honor him. And so this is just a hard week in general for me to like have to stay home for 6 straight days. But we are good. We're doing well. This is our 5th year of, trying to just learn to do better around these holidays and anniversaries. I'm always torn on whether I should mention it or bring it up. I feel like there are so many people who this affects that, I have to say something. I have to let you know that I'm thinking of you if you've been through this, and that 5 years in, even though, like, I could still cry right now at the drop of a hat, even though I'm not going to say that Tuesday is going to be some fancy fun day, you can find your way to the other side. So I just wanted to let you know that. And I hope you're, you're going to hang in there, no matter what. I've talked before how my life and my business, they're just all one. They mesh, they go together. And so I can't really separate them, because if I'm going to tell you, well, why did you go do that? Well, why are you shopping again? Or why aren't you shopping? It's kind of all because of where I live, what I've been through, just it's just kind of all one big thing. And I think most of us are that way. Maybe some people keep their life very, very private and very separate. But where I even live affects everything I do so much. So we bought a ton of groceries, and we had a car full of that. Then we got the very best done that we could at the bins. I really was only there about 4.5 hours. And then the next day I went to the Ark, and I don't know what I got at the Ark. I got 10 things or something like that. My sister-in-law is supposed to fly in from Africa on Wednesday to Denver, and she has a choice, are the flights going to be open on Wednesday or not? It doesn't look really good. But, should she just stay in Africa another week? She doesn't really want to do that. This has been a long haul for our whole family. So she is going to go ahead and get on the plane and then just hope that my brother can even get to Denver to pick her up. And when these storms are this big, it can even be hard to get a hotel. So it can be a very small thing. Maybe there's lots of hotels near the airport. Maybe people are canceling their flights in Denver, and so they're not coming to stay the night before and fly out. So it could work both ways. Maybe she can fly in and then get a hotel very easily. I'm sure my brother is taking care of all that. But yeah, so I know this is just a plain old shipping video, but there was a lady on this group I'm on today. She's in West Virginia, and she posted, and she has 6 kids. She didn't even mention the weather, and I grew up going to West Virginia a lot, so I know that alone can be a thing too. But she just mentioned, the bins are 2 hours away. What does she do? She doesn't really have anybody. She has to be home in time. She drops her kids off at 8 at school, then she has to be home by 4. So what should she do? And people were giving her all kinds of ideas to like how to get her inventory. But I feel like if you watch my channel and it sounds like I'm just kind of complaining, oh, here we go again, and the weather and the inventory, I'm not trying to do that. I'm really trying to work this out in my own heart, in my own life, and kind of just let you know. I think many people who are attracted to my videos, they're either rural or they just think, they have similar struggles on how you even run this business and be successful at it when you have all these things. A big city would not be much better. I would think that you would get caught in traffic. I'm in Denver enough that I don't think that I have it rough or anything like that. I think being in Denver, you would have your own, or a big city, you would have your own whole set of challenges, standing at the post office, getting them to scan your stuff in. There are just things that I've heard that happen to people with these big post offices. They don't want you in line with 100 packages, and I don't have that problem. I am really blessed to live where I live. So anyway, guys, I know that's a big introduction, but I said all of that to say that I have to do things in a certain order since I do have people staying with me. people who are just sleeping here. They're not really interacting with us. They're here to see their family, but we just let them stay when they're here because the family that they come to see has a lot of kids and not a lot of beds, and we have an open room, and so they're welcome to stay. But I'm doing things in a certain order because, you know, the wall behind me is on the other side of that is their bedroom. So it's 6 o'clock at night right now. And, you know, I don't know if they'll come back at 8 or hopefully it's 10 so that I can get my haul video done. But I just wanted to let you know kind of why I haven't done my haul yet. So, guys, that's more of an update on my life than you probably want, but this is going to be a rough week as far as anything for me, but you will get a lot of videos because my plan for the week is to edit hundreds and hundreds of items and then string out what I did get. So after I do my haul, I will wash whatever is eBay stuff and get it upstairs, get it washed, and then count it and see where I'm even at. I don't think I got over 50 items, honestly, and I think it's going to be rough to stretch it out for 7 days. Yeah, so that's where I'm at. Let's go ahead and start shipping. I'm going to have to be real careful and make sure that I click that to Tuesday, and you will too if you pre-ship. In this case, it probably would be better to wait till Tuesday, but then I have, you know, all night tonight, tomorrow on Monday, and part of Tuesday. And, you know, it just gets to be overwhelming. And eBay, you know, is good. I trust them, but they've had a lot of glitches lately. And the last shipping video I did, if you saw it, you would see that there was, you know, some error messages popping up. I don't know. What do you guys make of that? Have you heard about that gallery thing where a lot of people got charged out of their checkbook if you had gallery clicked in collectibles? I thankfully don't feel affected. I looked at my account, even though I didn't think I had anything in collectibles that I had put gallery on, but I feel really bad for the people. I've got to go check up on that and see what's going on with that. But they didn't take it out of your money in your eBay account, which is bad enough. That means you wouldn't get a disbursement. However, you know, they took it out of people's checkbooks, and like some people got bad checks and stuff because of it. So I love eBay. I know any website's going to have a glitch. I'm not really down on eBay because of anything like that, but I just want to make sure that when I'm doing my shipping ahead, the reason why is that I'm a little bit afraid of waiting till Tuesday and having 40 or 50 orders potentially, and then, you know, I can't ship. And honestly, I don't even know if my mail is going to go anywhere. I'm just telling you the truth. The storm is going to hit tomorrow and Tuesday. The roads are already closed off and on. I think they're closed right now. I don't think my mail is even going to go anywhere. So I want to pre-print it, do everything I can. I will take it on Tuesday, and I don't know what's going to happen. I mean, you know, if there's something that's like 50 cents more, I'm probably going to upgrade it to priority. On all my first class orders, I don't feel like that's financially feasible. That would be like $4 to $5 more on a bunch of orders. So I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to trust that if my scan gets in, you know, I could always call eBay. I've only done it like once in my life and told them like the roads were closed and all of these not late shipments, but late arrivals are not my fault. I guess I could do that. I'm just hoping that there's a window or something, or that the post office in town has planned for this, knowing that it was going to come, and that somehow they have some back road or, you know, some way that this mail is going to go somewhere. But anyway, guys, this will soon be over someday, you know, in the next few weeks. I think that we'll be done talking about all this craziness. So anyway, let's go ahead and get started. I'm sorry for the long video, and I just wanted to preface, you know, why I'm doing all of this. Let's see, guys. Here we are. All right, so we have 23 orders for $783.50 going out. So this first one is, this is 43.17. I have a lot of the same brands, so I want to make sure I'm doing right. That's the problem when you buy a lot of the same brands. You can list faster, but you got to be careful too. Where are we? Okay. No, sorry, I must have 3 of this brand. Here we go. Okay, 43.17. I do have 3 of this brand. All right, this is a Lauren Ralph Lauren, not a Ralph Lauren, but a Lauren Ralph Lauren. New with tags. It's a small, and it's just a really nice turtleneck. I got this at the bins. I really feel kind of dumb. I've been passing on a lot of Lauren Ralph Lauren. I've been picking up most Ralph Lauren, but even some of that up until recent times, I just thought, man, it's so common. And the shirts are. I don't think that most shirts in like button-up shirts in a Ralph Lauren, unless they have a really cool pattern or they're a big size, I think you're going to be holding them a while. However, I mean 3 of my sales out of 23 have the word Ralph Lauren in the title. So I'm starting to think, you know, I need to double check those polos and double check some of that. So I was kind of skeptical on whether I should pick this up, even though it was from the bins. It is going to go first class, so this probably cost me a little over $1. But it's new with tags, and it's really cute. And I just thought, you know, I thought it's still cold over much of the United States, and sure enough, obviously it's sold. So they used promoted listings. They did not use a coupon. This sold for $15 plus shipping, so $22.95. The other bad news, and I talked about it on my other video, is I was late ordering my envelopes. And so sometime during this video, I hope you'll hold in there with me. I'm going to have to start using the tape gun and just wasting tape, because there is no way in the world I might get that package by Thursday. I mean, it's supposed to be coming, but now with the roads the way they are, I don't know if I'm going to get, you know, these envelopes in, even though I ordered a bucket load. It's just my... You know, it was not a lax in judgment. Like, it's not like I decided not to order them. It's just, it just got away from me. All the hurried trips and stuff lately, I did not keep up on anything really. And so I'm sure I'm running out. We'll run out during this video, put it that way. Put it that way. Oh, my goodness, guys. All right, this is 10 ounces. And yep, it's showing Monday, like tomorrow, like I can ship. So I'm going to have to really pay attention. It is going to Wisconsin. The people who are staying with us tonight, they're from Wisconsin. They, I don't think their roads are closing near as much this week, but they got out of there, thankfully. All right, first class $4.88. I charged $6.75, and I'm going to change this till Tuesday. And that's why it may take a second, because, you know, like I wouldn't have had to change anything. I pre-populate all the fields on all the, you know, shipping weight and everything, but it's just that extra second for eBay to update itself. Okay, so let's get that going. The reason I'm pre-shipping, number one, yes, it just makes it easier on me. Tuesday won't be as dreadful of a day to ship. The second reason, I've talked about this before, I really feel like I've tested this for myself. I don't even know if I've really heard anybody talk about it that much, but for myself, I feel like as I start to ship now, eBay sees me on the site being active. Even though I've listed today, I had listings going up. I still feel like it just does something with the algorithm. It triggers something, and I feel like eBay knows that I'm at work and my sales are better. Yeah, we were going to have church tonight, but a lot of our people had to go see the lady with the broken arm. We went and saw her last night, and so we just weren't going to have enough people at church, really. So we went ahead and canceled church, and I was looking forward to the video presentation we were going to do, but it's good. It won't hurt my feelings. I really have a lot to catch up on. So yeah, this will be a hunker down, get a lot done in the garage. The problem is I have all this work to do in the garage, but, you know, like right now it's not that cold in the garage. Even though it's 25 degrees, our garage is not technically insulated. Like, it doesn't have sheetrock, so not in that sense. But I got to move my trash can closer. But it's pretty warm. It's pretty tight. Like we were going to convert it into a living room or a family room at one point, so it has French doors, or sliding doors, I should say. And so it's pretty tight and insulated in that sense. But you know, so I wanted to get in there and shuffle everything and condense my boxes because I am out of shelf space since I haven't done that for, I don't know, 3 weeks. So that's why the other reason I wanted to do my shipping, I wanted to pull these 23 orders out of there before I go in there tonight and shuffle everything. And I feel like I need to do it now. Otherwise, it's going to be such a bitter job that I'm going to have to wear a big heavy coat and mittens and everything. And it's just hard to do your job. So I'm going to go do it tonight. As soon as we're done here, I'm going to go do that. That's another reason why I'm doing things in my mind out of order. I would really like to be doing things in a different order, but it's just not going to work. So this is a pair of Voller shorts. It's padded bike shorts. I don't make $1 million off these padded bike shorts, but they sell really fast. And I get them in all different brands. And I usually get between $10 to $15 for them. These are a size medium. They're called Voller. They used promoted listings, but they did not use a coupon. So I got $11.99 plus shipping, so $19.11. All right. Yeah. This is let me know if you live out west, or I mean, I know that other states, they're having what to them is very cold weather, but they just don't have the same like snow plows and all that. So I know this is like not just me at all. This is everybody's kind of going through this. Okay, I'm going to change this to Tuesday. I'm going to tell you every time so that I hope tomorrow you don't wake up and you're like, I'm going to ship today, and then your mail ends up closed. So I changed mine to Tuesday. Right. And it's just more for myself. Okay, I changed it. Make sure I'm doing this right. I think on my last video I had to do this. I missed one during the video and I had to like reprint it during the video. So I'm trying really hard not to do that. I'm pretty excited about my sales. I have some halfway decent ones in here. Most of them are, you know, $30, $40 ones, but I think I have, oh yeah, I have a Schaefer jacket. I sold that for like 85 bucks. So I'm happy with that. So yeah, since I don't have as much stuff to list as I had hoped this week, the forecast keeps changing. So when I was at Denver, I thought, well, it's okay. I'll be able to get out of town by Thursday or Friday, go see my sister-in-law and my nephew, and then just locally in Wyoming, just get a bunch of stuff, you know, like 50 more items. And, you know, but that's not going to happen, it doesn't look like, or at least not safely. So, since I can't do that, I'm going to really just be excited about it. I've just made my mind up. I'm going to have a good week. And this editing, like I've said before, has been hanging over my head. And even though I don't think it's as good as listing, I'm going to do it. Some lady messaged me through eBay messages. It was either last night or this morning. And she said, hey, I just wanted to let you know that you have this boys item in the girls category. And see, that's the kind of thing on the older stuff, you don't know why it hasn't sold. And one click of a button, or even if my VA clicked it and I missed it, and this would have been like 2 years ago, then it can keep something from selling. So, you know, I thanked her for pointing that out. You know, she was trying to be really nice. And I think she was a seller. And, but that's the kind of stuff I hope to find when I'm doing all this editing. All right, this is Lands of Salzburg. These are beautiful nightgowns. Here's the tag if you've never seen one. I found one at the bins, you know, this trip, but it had bleach stains. Oh, it was a pretty one too. You know, and I knew I had already sold this one because this one sold while I was like at the bins, or before I, you know, was already at the bins. And so I was like, oh, good, another one. And then it was too messed up. And this one, let me get down to it. I think it's I don't think it's a very big size. If you find these in like the large or above, I mean, they sell for more. I took less on this because I think it's a small. Let me get down here real quick. There's my phone. Okay. Okay, $43.25. So, let's see. A medium. This is a medium. I'm trying to read in my title and I don't have it where I normally put it. So this is a medium, Lands of Salzburg nightgown. No promotions of any kind, and sold for $23 plus shipping, $34.94. You know, I've been practicing because normally when I have a bunch of offers I'm allowed to send, I've been pretty aggressive with the amount of each offer. And there's nothing wrong with that, but I'm also selling a ton of stuff just by really picking good things. And so like on this one sold for a really good price, I think, without any promotions or coupons. So I'm trying to go back and forth. If my sales are really good in the middle of the day and I've already made a decent amount for that day, then what I've been doing is sending like a 15% off offer. Unless it's an old item, then I'm really happy to send like a 35%. But I'm trying to see, is it really the amount of the offer, or is it more that that offer just pops up in their messages or pops up on their notifications when they go to the app? So I'm trying to figure that out. Is it the process of eBay seeing you sent an offer, and have I been over sending like too high a priced offers that I don't really need to do? I don't know. I think as long as I keep the quality of things up that I'm sending, then, you know, you can kind of send less offers because you've got good stuff. This is going to California, so a flannel nightgown going to California. Who knows why? This did not need to go padded flat rate, but I must have been on a trip or something, so I put it padded flat, and that's fine. So it's costing me $8.30 and I charged $9.75. So I'm going to get to keep a little bit on the shipping. All right. And I changed it to Tuesday. Yeah, it's the problem, you know, when you're at home and you have all this free time. You know, we like to walk the dog, we like to take hikes and or go for a drive, you know, up in the mountains, but none of that is going to be possible. So I do have Netflix and I have, you know, Amazon Prime and all that. So this is going to be the week where we just pull out all those movies we've been wanting to watch and, you know, go find, you know, it's just going to be popcorn, long days where we just, you know, there's not going to be a whole lot going around town. We'll see what happens on Wednesday night. My husband is pretty, you know, like good, and so are the people in town. We don't cancel everything just for a little drop of snow, but we'll see if the storm really comes that's that bad and that big of a snow dump. If it really happens, then he might even have less stuff that he has to be at this week. We'll see. We shall see. I think we're going to go to dinner at the Italian restaurant. We had, not tonight, but we're going to go this week. We had someone give us a certificate for Christmas in our church for this Italian restaurant. And then we went the week before Valentine's Day and we were eating, and then someone paid for it. Like some people we know, they just paid for a dinner, which was so nice. Even though we went alone and they were at a different table, that was a huge blessing. And so now we still have our certificate, which is wonderful. And then we wanted to go last week, but during Valentine's Day, this is like a really nice restaurant. It's like a date restaurant, that kind of thing. So I knew that we didn't want to go last week. It would just be too crazy. And you do have to make reservations to get in. And so I think this week, now that things are settled down a little bit, I hope that, you know, we'll call on Tuesday and see if we can go Tuesday or Wednesday. My husband can't. So probably Tuesday or Thursday, we'll go to dinner there and do that. And then we have an ice cream certificate, which I don't know if I want to use that this week. I guess we could go get some ice cream and bundle up. So I'm not really, I love ice cream, but I don't know about this week. Do not know if I'm hungry for that. This is Aerosol's loafers, $36.27, so about 600-700 items ago, so at least a month or two ago. I haven't been listing, you know, near as much as I normally do. I normally list, you know, at least 100 items a week, so that's 400 items, but I haven't done that for like 2 months. It has just been that crazy with weather and everything. I haven't been able to pull it off, so... All right, this is a good sale. No promotions, no coupon of any kind. And these sold for $22.85. And they're real cute, good condition. I think just because they had a Southwestern pattern on them. I didn't even have that in the title, which I don't know why. They probably would have sold faster if I would have done that. I know I meant to. I don't even have striped. I don't know what I'm doing. I have aerosols, loafers, and shoes. Women's size US 7, slip-on, low top, closed toe flats. That's good, but maybe they would have sold faster if I would have put something about the pattern. So I don't know how that one got by me. But anyway, they sold. So $31.26 total. I'll take it. Because of, you know, trying to build up my inventory and doing it without having to have all high-end brands, I'm trying to look at the details of some of these lower-end brands. And something like that pattern, I think you could get away with selling that in almost any brand. So these are actually under a pound for shoes. That's pretty strange. So they're 15 ounces, other than ballet flats or something. This is going to Florida. I hope these arrive. Okay, I'm changing it to Tuesday, and we'll get these on their way to Florida. So, let me actually look and see what priority is. I think it's going to be like $2 more, and I probably won't do it. Let me just take a look, though, just by chance. If it's only a little bit more, I might, but I think it's going to be, yeah, it's going to actually be like three something more. So, it's okay. I'm getting it to the mail on time. I'm doing my part. This weather I cannot fix. That's all I know. Nothing I can do about it. If it were like a $50 or $100 order, I think just for customer service sake, I would go ahead and upgrade them, you know, just for the sake of a really large order. But, and I'm not saying this isn't important to me. 22 bucks is good plus shipping, but I can't do that on every order. That's why I'm kind of, that's why it was such a hard choice, because I knew I would miss shipping on Saturday. And if I would have shipped, I don't know which orders were here by Saturday and which weren't, but I know I had at least 12 or 13 orders on Saturday. And if I had stayed home and not had to go get inventory, then a lot of these would have already been in the system and out of here, because the weather was good on Saturday. And, you know, even if they don't pick up till Monday, I think tomorrow morning it'll still be good enough for stuff to get out. But of course, it's a holiday. So that was a hard choice for me, because I knew the whole week as a whole picture, it might not be good to be gone, but I just didn't know what to do. I did the best I could. And our little grocery store has everything that you would ever need. And a lot of things are about the same price. Like, it might be 10 cents more a can on vegetables, or, you know, something like that. But when you get into luxuries like soda or creamer for your coffee, or, you know, eggs are like $3 more a dozen. I paid $6, I think, in a Kroger store for eggs still. They haven't come down where we live, but, or close to where we live. But I think in town, they're like $8, $9 a dozen. And so that's why I felt like going to get the supplies was important too, because, they don't normally have a shortage of anything. Like, you could definitely survive here and never go out of town if you had to. But the problem is, I think that they're going to have trouble getting trucks in too. And then we do notice, like, okay, I can't have that. It's gone. So I'm not that picky, but there are just certain staples. We got more dog food, just in case. So this is the second Ralph Lauren item. I tried to get a lot higher for this, because it does have this on it, and any motif with that on it is a good thing, you know. I want to say I got this at the bins, but it's been a while and I can't remember. I was trying, I think, to get like 100 on this. I just started high. Let me see what I did end up taking. I think I just took 40 in the end, because I held it a while. $49. So no coupons or promotions were used. Oh, and this had a thing. It said read on it. So I think it had a stain, actually. Oh, yeah. Is it there? It had some yellowing. It's pretty faint, but it did have some yellowing here, and I want to say around the collar. So I still got $49 plus shipping, $59.39. And so I'm very happy with that. It looks like this guy has a lot of feedback. Maybe he's going to either try to get the stains out. I think I soaked this. I want to say that I tried to stain treat it, because I knew it would really cut the price. But anyway, this person it's going to them. So let's hope it fits. This is going to Florida. Also, Florida is shopping from me, I guess, right now. Okay, so 10 ounces. We'll leave it at that. I'm going to change it to Tuesday. And so it's $5.17 to ship, and I charged $6.50. So that's a good sale. I'm very happy with that. Very happy. So yeah, now I feel like I overbought on groceries. You know, it's that feeling like you didn't really need any of this till like Friday or Saturday or Sunday, but you're like buying all this stuff that you don't even need. And it was, I tried to enjoy the weekend, and my oldest son was there with us. And so we had a good time. We went, we went to this Greek place in Denver that was by one of the bins that I go to. And it was so good. Oh man, I had, I can't even tell you what they are. I mean, I had the pita bread with the, I can't tell you, the gyro meat that they call it, gyro meat. My son had an actual gyro, but, you know, my husband and I had all this other stuff, and we ordered some of their hors d'oeuvres, you know, to just try different things, and whatever's covered in the grape leaves. That took me a minute, because I just tasted too much of the grape leaf at first, and I was like, oh, I'm not sure about this. Is it dolmas, I think it's called? So anyway, that was a really good meal. I mean, I had to pay up for it. I don't want to tell you what we spent, but it was really good, and foods I had never had. I love tzatziki sauce, and I love Greek food. But, yeah, that was good. So we had fun, you know, Friday, knowing that the rest of the week, who knows? All right, this would have been a really good pickup. This particular pattern is not that rare. Believe it or not, there's a lot of these on eBay. And then it's a size 4 in St. John's. But when I see St. John's, it's almost like Lily Pulitzer. I know that this I may have had to hold longer, but, you know, it's still getting that keyword into my store. The problem is this had just holes in the ribbing everywhere. Here, on each arm, and then on the bottom here. So, I went ahead and I think I took 20 for this. Let's put it back in the package and look. But if you see this in a bigger size, I think you could have gotten about 30, 35 maybe, and without the damage. But see, I'm selling flawed items. I purposely picked that up. Like I knew, just like I knew on the Ralph Lauren. And sometimes if it's $1 or $2, I just make that decision. You know, I'm not going to get what I want. And if inventory was abundant and I could just go back to the store the next day, maybe I wouldn't be picking up some of these things. But for me, $1.50 at the bins, if even that. This is going first class. So $1.50 at the bins to $19.99 plus shipping is fine with me right now. So anyway, this has Swarovski crystals on it. I'm going to have to learn to say that word because a lot of the jewelry behind me from that jewelry haul has Swarovski crystals on it. So I better get to be able to pronounce that better. No promotions of any kind used. No coupon, no promoted listings. So $19.99 plus shipping, $28.19. Let's go see where this is going. Even though I have same-day shipping, eBay is saying I don't have to ship this till Tuesday. However, you know, so it knows inherently that by not shipping tomorrow, I'm not going to be late. So eBay has that in their system, that Tuesday is the day that you would ship this, even with same-day shipping. So I don't know why then Monday pops up. And I don't know. I didn't try to click with just leaving Monday because I don't want to print that label. Maybe if you try to click, it'll automatically print it for Tuesday. I don't know. This is going to Utah, which between their weather and my weather, even though it's only like 5.5 hours away, I don't know if they're going to get this anytime soon. That's okay. They'll understand. They, of all people, will not complain. They will probably know. All right, let's go here. Yeah, we know people having a big winter wedding today, and and it's fine. All the I don't want to say important family, but all the people who predicted ahead and really had to be in the wedding party, they're all there already and everything. Um, but I just know so many people who had events today, which if you plan something in February in Wyoming, I guess you get what you get. But, I mean, you should know that this is a possibility. But anyway, so I hope that everyone got there to that wedding. She wanted a winter wedding, so it's not like, there was any reason. And so she should know, and I'm sure she was planning for this, that it could happen. But my son that's why my son was in Colorado with us on Saturday, is he had to pick up the photographers for that wedding, and they're coming from Florida. I just hope they brought coats and everything, because I'm sure it's an indoor wedding, but still, some of her engagement photos were outside, kind of not in the snow really, but outside in the fall when it was pretty chilly. So I'm sure it was a beautiful wedding still. And I know people trying to travel, they're trying to still think that they're just going to get up and leave in the morning. And I'm just, yeah. So anyway, 474, and they paid 675. Oh, I feel bad for this little lady in our church. She is 80 years old, literally, and with that compound fracture, they have to keep it like this, so it's not in a cast or even a soft cast, I don't think. And so then they have like one, because we went to see her last night. They have one hand taped to this side of the bed, and then the elbow has, medical tape, gauze tape, and it's taped to that side of the bed so that her arm can't move, which is understandable, but if she can't get that surgery soon, if she can't get it on Tuesday, then, it'll have to stay like that for who knows how long. So hopefully she just goes ahead and goes to Utah and gets the surgery so that she doesn't have to stay like that for a long time. That would not be fun. All right. This was a great sale. This is a new brand. I don't recall ever finding it or ever selling this brand. Let me get down to it. But I look at all camo stuff. I've just learned that camouflage stuff, can be good. It normally isn't this high, though. But this was a great pickup. So this is a woman's hoodie. It's a size small, and it's a hunting hoodie. So this is what I need at all those cold days when I'm walking the dog. But this comes up on your face, Here, I hope I'm high enough. And, to me, it just looked like a hoodie. But I knew Sitka could be like a decent brand. I don't know that I knew it was such a bolo. And then when I saw it was a small, I was kind of disappointed. But anyway, no coupons or promotions of any kind. And actually, let me see. This says repeat buyer. Let me make sure she doesn't have any more on this. Let me... oh yeah, she did. She ordered some Under Armour leggings. So, all right, let's go here. I'll have to find those. Let's see. Is this it? Under Armour 2431. Okay, good. So, we got 2 orders going here. But anyway, back to the Sitka. Let's go back to the Sitka one. So for the Sitka hoodie, she paid $72.95 plus shipping, so $85.87. And then she bought the Under Armour leggings, their heat gear. They are a medium, so she threw those in. They were $7.47. She did use a promotion on these, which is strange. She didn't use it on the Sitka, but hey, all right. Well, actually, the Sitka was newly listed, so I don't think I put my coupon on there. I don't know. But anyway, so $14.20 for these. If there is any shipping left, I will give her some back. So let's go put these together. I don't know if that's going to bump it up to priority or not. Yep, it is going to bump it into priority. So let's grab an envelope. I would really like to work on my repeat buyers, but the only way to do that is to have a lot more similar brands and similar things. And while I do tend to have a lot of the same brands when I can, when it comes down to it, when I'm at the bands, I have a very limited time. And so sometimes I'll buy weird things just, because I have to. It does seem to go in spurts though, like from 2 or 3 different places. I've had a lot of St. John's this week. It's just strange. And then I've had, a lot of that Simply brand, that SYMPLI. Just by chance, I found like 3 or 4 items in that this week. So I think sometimes it just goes that way. But all right, this is pushing it over a pound. So let me make a note here in case. I don't know if there is going to be any shipping left because of that. This is going to Colorado, so maybe they'll get it soon. I charged her $6.75 on this order. Let me see, I need to change this down here first. I've noticed that if you got to get everything ready, including the right weight first, and then click your button for how you're going to send it. Then you have to go back up and click the day you want to ship the item if it's doing this where it's not the correct date. So like, just for example, if for any reason you didn't want to ship tomorrow, let alone it's closed, then you can't click this to Tuesday and then go down and choose priority flat rate and change it, because then this clicks out. So right now I have 1 pound 13 ounces in the shipping weight. Then I have priority mail padded flat rate envelope. And then now I'm going to click. The last thing I'm going to do before I click to print the shipping or purchase the shipping label is change to Tuesday on this. So let's see. I'm sure it's 8:30 because it's going, 8:30. Okay, so I will see. So she paid $6.75 on this one and probably $6.75 on the next one. So I charged her $13.50 and it's only going to cost $8.30. So I'll probably send her a little bit back. Yeah, that's $5. So I will. I'll send her some back because I do advertise that I combine shipping. If it's $1.20, I don't unless they ask me, because I feel like, I don't know, that's just hardly worth anybody's time. But definitely on this one. eBay didn't pick it up. I wish eBay would do that one final thing and just put it together. They are starting to say repeat buyer now, which does give you that little bit of a warning that this person could have a second order. It can also mean that they're a repeat buyer from 6 months ago, I think. I don't think it always means that there's 2 orders. But anyway, I'm glad eBay at least has started to do that. Okay. All right, so let's go. Let's see. Now, the first thing I want to do is copy this tracking number right here on this order. Make sure I've got that copied. Then I'm going to go back to orders, and I'm sure everyone on here has been shipping a long time, and a lot of you know this, but just in case I have anyone who has had this happen and they don't know how to do that, you don't print a second label, obviously. You don't have to if you've shipped them together. So I'm going to come down, find this gal, right there, and I'm going to click this box to add tracking number, but first I'm actually going to send a refund. So I'm going to give her $5.20 back first before that screen goes away. I'm just going to do it right now. The reason for the refund, you have to scroll all the way to the last one, which I would think it should be the first one. Shipping discount should be first, and these aren't in order of like being alphabetized. So I don't know why they put shipping discount at the very bottom, but anyway. So I'm going to give her $5.20, and I'm going to say, thanks for buying both items. I've given you the shipping back, plus I upgraded you to priority since the weight pushed us over. Okay, and then I put Nico. All right, so I'm going to give her that refund. Now, you have to be careful if you're sending enough of a refund and one item is really cheap. You have to send the refund on the higher priced item, because This item was only $12.97 total, and I'm giving her back $5.20. So it would not have let me give $12, for example. Sometimes I have people buy 20 items, you know, it's rare, but I have had that. I have a certain couple of customers who will once in a while bless me that way. They just come and they buy like 20 items. And so you can't just give the whole refund on one of the cheaper items. And it's hard when it's like $35 in shipping you're giving back. So sometimes I have to go into several items and give the refund. So just kind of know that. Okay, so I've done that. Now let's go back. I'm trying to think if there's any faster way. Sorry guys, I know this is like a long video. I've got 17 items left to ship. If you need to break up my shipping videos, I totally get it. I have to get my work done, streamlined. I've already explained that. So to me, it's just better to go ahead and, you know, not stop, upload a video, all of that. All right, so now instead of purchase shipping label on these leggings, I'm just going to add my tracking, which should still be in my copy, in my cut and paste. So I'm going to paste, and then it usually picks the carrier, and then I'm going to save and continue. And now that won't disappear from my shipping for a while. It takes, I don't know, sometimes it takes 2 or 3 hours, so you just have to remember that you've already shipped that one. I wish it would, but it doesn't. All right, let's see. We have $37.48. Let me see here. Okay, this is a Title IX dress. I love Title IX. If you don't know how to find it, it has like 9 dots. Let me find it here. Oh, this one doesn't have that. This one says Title IX. Usually somewhere it has the different dots. But this is a small, and it's just really cute slate blue. I love it. It's cute. I just don't wear dresses like this. Plus, it's a small. Can't wear that. But, you know, it's the middle of winter, at least here, and look how cute this is. We'll see where it's going. They did not use a coupon. They did get promoted listings, or it's sold via promoted. So it's $29.76 total. The price of the item itself was $20.68. I would not have bought a Title IX small for even $4. Now, a Title IX large or above, I would definitely pay $4 for. So this is a bins find. This took 2.5 to 3 months to sell, because this is number 3748, and I'm on 4300's listing now. This is going to Tumwater or Tombwater, Washington. And we're going to make a tiny bit on the shipping, not make, but, you know, keep. Only just a few cents, because this is an older one and I was only charging $6.50 then for shipping. All right, so let's change this. All right, make sure I got the right item. There we go. You can tell when I'm not doing the editing, like I haven't edited for a week and a half. I don't know. I started that box on February 9th, and I have not finished even that box. So I haven't edited for about 10 days on some of these older listings. And you can tell the difference that all my sales are, you know, at least 12, 15. I think I have one sale item in here. But when I go back to editing this week, you'll start seeing a lot of $5 orders, because I just want them out of here. And it's still cash flow. It's stuff I've had for 2 years, some of it, and it just needs to go. So hopefully I still have a lot of high price items too. We'll try to do that. I'm really excited. I hope you tune into my haul. I have a Betty Johnson and Torrid collab dress, and I didn't know there was a collab of them. I'm not really that fashion forward. I just try to, you know, I look everything up. I don't really you know, pay attention to the collaborations. But anyway, if I see two names on it or something like that, I do know to look it up. And so this Betsy Johnson Torrid dress could go pretty high. It could go 150 or more. I don't know which one I have. You know, I'm going to put a little bit more time into researching which one I have. But I was at the bins and I only had 4 to 5 hours, so I just grabbed it. It probably cost me about $3 because it has a bunch of tulle and it's a real cute dress. But that's just like one of the expensive items I found there. All right, good. J. Jill. This is another brand that I had been sleeping on. I just hadn't had good luck with it, but that was my own fault for buying a lot of smalls and extra smalls at one point. And then I just started hearing like several people I watch talk about how J. Jill in a little bit bigger size does good for them. So I've started picking this up at the bins again. And this is the Ponte pants. I don't know if this was one. There was one day where I found like 4 pair. I think this is one of the 4 on it. It's been 6 weeks ago even. And this is a size medium. So because I found all 4 of them together, I went ahead and picked it up because I knew I could list it faster. But even these, this is the hangout that took longer. The extra large already sold, all of that. But anyway, these are in brown. They are tapered leg, which also I've, you know, my understanding is that they aren't in, that isn't as wanted right now. But they sold via promoted, no coupon of any kind, so $22.04 shipped. So I'm happy with that. So I'm pretty much, I might even try to just pick up all the J. Jill Ponte pants. I think the Ponte pants might sell in a small. Because I know for myself, I'm not small by any means. But when something has an elastic waist, then just the way I'm built, I can wear a small in some pants if they have that stretch waist. So I think maybe some other people are like that too. And maybe I should pick them up. It's almost like you can wear a size smaller when the waist has that much stretch. So maybe this is like a size large. I don't know. To me it is. This is going to North Carolina. And this is padded flat rate. It's a little heavy. Oh wait, I charged them. Let's see, I charged them first class. Let me see how heavy this is. It could go, it's 15.9. I know 1 pound can technically go first class, but I'm just going to upgrade them because even though I advertised it as first class, it's going to cost me like $1.75 more than I said, but that's okay. I just want to get it to them. Let me make sure I chose Tuesday. Nope, see, I didn't choose Tuesday, or I changed something below, and I almost missed Tuesday. Okay. I know I've heard some of the really big sellers on my group say that their mail runs every day, like they take it to the back. So just because my, like the post offices may be closed on Tuesday, but somehow some of these bigger sellers, they say that every day of the year they can go to these hubs or whatever and still drop off. I don't know, you know, how that works, or if it's true, or if it's every holiday. Maybe one like President's Day. I don't know about Christmas or New Year's Eve or something like that. But anyway, that must be why. Oh, well, and you know, UPS, I don't know. That could be too why. Let me go look. That is probably why. Maybe UPS isn't honoring this one this year. Let's see. Postal holidays. That's another reason sometimes why it gives you Monday as a choice, is because UPS and FedEx don't honor it. So let's see here. I think a lot of the schools are closed, though, on President's Day tomorrow. So I don't know. Yeah, it says President's Day. Holiday operations schedule. Okay, so on President's Day, they're open. Even the UPS store locations are open. So that is why Monday is an option. Okay, that makes total sense. So UPS just chose other holidays. maybe once I clicked first class and then I went to print the label, maybe it would default to Tuesday. I don't know. But I'm not going to find out. I'm going to try to do this the right way. I don't think I have any UPS right now. There's one box that might go UPS. I don't know. All right, this is a Pure Gel pants. So again, I feel like I was sleeping on all this J Gel, Pure Gel, all this. It wasn't something I did as a pickup, but now that I'm trying to source in a smaller amount of time and still come home with things that, you know, are at the bins $1.50 to $15 or something like that, I'm happy with that since it's kind of what I have to do. I'm trying really hard to just figure out my brands. This is Pure Gel, no promotion or no coupon. They did sell via promoted listings. So $19.99 plus shipping, $31.38. These are a 2X though. And see, I've had these a lot less time. These are 4334. And so these I just listed like about a week and a half ago. So I think the size is definitely a factor. These are an indigo blue. They're real pretty. They're almost like a denim, but not quite that heavy. But they're also pull-on pants. All right. So these are going to Wisconsin, Appleton, Wisconsin. And I did charge them for priority, thankfully. I got that one right. Thankfully, thankfully. Yeah, I've got to pick out some movies and stuff that I want to watch this week. Just because I'm going to be down here doing a lot of editing. And unfortunately for my husband, he shovels. He likes doing it. It's exercise. But, you know, it looks like he's going to be spending hours a day just out there shoveling. Which, like I said, he doesn't hate it. We could, you know, pay somebody to come plow us out or something. But it's just his thing. And then he goes over to the church. And we do have someone who plows all the parking lots and stuff. But they can't get their machine up on the sidewalks because they have like a pickup with a thing on it, whatever you call it, a plow thing on it. So he goes over and he gets the sidewalks ready. So yeah, I have a feeling, you know, which, you know, that's the thing. Like, he'll lose weight this week because he's out and about. He's, you know, going to be shoveling, you know, and all this stuff. And then for me, I'm not going to walk the dog in like 30 below zero. And I don't think he'll take the dog out in that anyway. But I'm just saying, you know, I'm not going to be getting any extra exercise. They're supposed to have my workout class in the morning, even though it's President's Day and some of the people's kids are out of school. At least it's on the schedule. So I'm going to try and get up and go see if they're actually having it. I did take a nap today. We were just having fun at church and everything else. And, you know, we just had a rest day for the most part early in the day. And so I hope I can sleep tonight. All right. I'm going to put this one up here. Oh, man. Okay. 4206. This is a Marmot jacket. It comes and goes. Like, this is a soft shell, kind of full zip. It is fleece lined, and it's a men's medium. It's kind of more of an orange rust. It's not a horrible color. I think it's kind of cute. It is wind stopper. Marmot, you know, it's always a pickup for me at the bins especially. But for some reason, I just haven't been able to get quite as much. Maybe I'm just taking too many offers on it. Maybe if I held out. But I took 15 plus shipping, so 2606. And this I've had maybe a month. Not even. Yeah, it's about 100 items ago, so maybe 3 weeks at the very most. Because I haven't been getting as many listings up. About 1,300 items ago, something like that. This is going to California, which that would be perfect for like hiking outdoors. Let me see. Sorry, that might be something important. My hubby knows I'm making a video, so he probably just texted me. Let me see what he put down here. Sorry. I'll put... Sorry, guys. Okay. because I know I've been down here over an hour and he just didn't want to probably knock on the door. Okay, going padded flat rate. It's going to California, like I said. So I'm going to change this to Tuesday and go ahead and ship. He's just telling me that he's leaving the puppy upstairs and he's going. He's not a puppy anymore. He's over 3 years old. He'll be 4 in October. So we still call him the puppy, but... Okay. Yeah, so I hope that I'm going to list some more tonight. My VA has about 20 more done for me. He had 30 done, and I used, like, I don't know, 3 or 4 yesterday just to add to what I already had scheduled. Then I've launched around 6 or 7 today off and on. Where'd my scissors go? But now there's still 20 that I need to finish so I can pay him. He's very good, or his team is very good. Sometimes they just will put like belt loops in the title. And, you know, it's okay. It's true. There are belt loops on these pants, and that's truth, you know. But it's just not a good keyword, belt loop. So I'm working with them, and, you know, I try to just jot real quick on my sheet, even though I have a bunch of circles. I need to maybe make the sheet bigger that I take a photo of and have more circles on it. And I probably need to have more keywords that I can just quickly circle. I do have a lot on there that I circle: boho, peasant, gorpcore, cargo, chino. I have a lot of those that I can circle, but I think I need to have more for pants. Like, I do have flat front versus pleated, so I do circle that, even though you should be able to tell that from the picture. It's just a quick circle as I'm going down. Yeah, but I need to come up with more keywords so that they're not using belt loops, you know, in the title, because they just are trying to do their best and fill up the title for me. And, yeah, I got to figure that out. If you have a VA, you know, it's ultimately your responsibility to make sure the listing is good. And so, you know, sometimes you just have to be patient. I mean, they're looking at photos. They're doing their best on a really common pair of pants to come up with something. You know, usually they put the fabric in there, or they put stretch blend. I've taught them, you know, to put like stretch in the title sometimes and things like that. But yeah, that's one thing I got to work on. Let's see. This is $43.69. That's the wrong one. I sold 2 of these shirts. Okay, this is this one. So this is a Simply shirt. If you have not had a chance to catch my haul videos, this is a really good brand. It's SYMPLI, and this is a size 12, and it's a brick red. I had sold a brick red one of these like 3 months ago, so when I went to type this into my ended listings to sell similar, the brick red one come up. It just took a second to relist this, so that was good. That's what they teach on the group, is that the more you niche down, the more repeat stuff you have. It brings in repeat customers. The listing is so much simpler, and all of this stuff. Oh, okay. He's taking the dog. The dog wants to go. All right. Sorry, guys. Real life. Real life. Our dog is kind of our baby right now. We don't have any grandkids or anything, so he's spoiled a little bit. Let's be honest. He gets green peppers, he gets blueberries, he gets carrots. You know, like I can't even open the fridge and he's just sitting there, because it's not like we feed him off our plates or something, but he just knows that's where his treats are kept, because we give him like fresh treats like carrots, green pepper, all of that. So he's kind of a spoiled little boy. All right, this is 14.5 ounces, so I'm going to upgrade this to 15 ounces. This is going to Ohio. And it was $28.76 total for this this sale, which is a good sale. I love this brand. It's almost like Chico's Traveler's fabric. It is a stretch. It's I mean, it feels like J. Jill Ponte kind of too, and it's heavier. Like, even though this is first class, it's 15 ounces, but it's still kind of a real heavy, nice feel. I should try one on sometime. They just seem, they're real flowy and long, and I just feel like it would be too long on me. But everybody must love this fabric. I guess they probably just wear it with leggings, is what I'm assuming. But I did sell a pair of pants last week on the Simply brand, and it was a brown pair of tapered pants. So maybe you can, you know, get the whole outfit in brick red or something. I don't know. Just wear it with black leggings, I guess. It'd be cute, cute, cute. Oh, goodness, goodness. All right. We went to our favorite breakfast place there, too. I mentioned the Greek, but we went to the our favorite breakfast place in Denver and in Colorado. There's many of them. It's like a chain. Maybe you have it, but it's called First Watch. So I got my lemon ricotta pancakes. Oh, my goodness. I'm cheap, so I am going to order it on Amazon, but in the cookbook, the recipe's actually in there. And I tried just by Googling it. I thought, how hard can lemon ricotta pancakes be? And I had really high-quality ingredients. I had fresh lemon juice, fresh lemon zest, high-quality ricotta, as much as I can find, you know, in Denver. I didn't really research ricottas, but I definitely felt like I had a real high-quality, fresh ricotta. And mine just didn't, you know, turn out that good. But, I mean, they tasted good, but it just wasn't near like the restaurant. So I'm excited. I'm going to order that cookbook because that's one recipe. I need to be careful how often I make them, but it is good. If you're going to splurge, it's worth it. So this is the Patagonia sale. I found a lot of Patagonia lately. I can't wait to do my haul. I have a Pataloha that I found, a Pataloha dress at the bins. And then, I want to say I have a pair of Patagonia shorts that my hubby pulled out of the bins. He pulled out the Pataloha too. Okay, so this is 16 ounces. Let's see if I charged first class or what. It's sold via promoted, no coupon. This is a women's large green hoodie in Patagonia. But it's not, you know, it's a lighter weight hoodie. It's not the ones with the three snaps. It's nothing like that. It's not a T-snap. So anyway, I sold it for $17.25 plus shipping, so $26.38. I'm going to have to keep these in here because we have company, and even though I don't care about like how it looks putting the orders in the hallway, these IKEA bags, as much as I love them and use them almost every day for something, even personal use, the handles on these, like I've told you before, if there's a way to get my foot hooked in the handle, I will do it. So I don't want to trip anybody, so I'm going to have to put them in here. And but this will clear out 23 items out of my boxes. 90% of this has been clothing, and then I can go scrunch things together, and then because it's dumb to do your scrunch together on all the consecutive numbers, and then the next couple days you ship a lot, then there's like 50 items out of that. This is going to Denver, so that's good. And let me change to Tuesday here. Denver, Denver. I like Denver because I just have to be there a lot. That's where the bins is, and I go through there to see my dad in the southern Colorado. So I like Denver. It's a really nice city. I think I've said before, we want to go to that. Oh, what is it? It's like a Meow. It's called Meow something. And then we want to go, I think we missed the Van Gogh exhibition. I was going to look. It's like some immersive thing. I don't know if anybody's ever heard of that, but we need to go do some things, not just eat out all the time we're there. The immersive experience, I think it's called. Oh, okay, so let's see. I thought we missed the Van Gogh one. Maybe we didn't. I'll go actually figure it out. It looked like they had a Monet one coming. I'm not a huge art person, but I would go see something like that just to kind of get out. I love museums, but we go to the Nature Museum, you know, at least several times a year. And I haven't seen any new exhibits that just made me want to hop in the car and go. I was going to say, I thought I had 2 IKEA bags out, but I couldn't find them. All right, we are making progress, folks. This is Carve Designs. This I probably wouldn't buy again, even at the bins. It's just, I think it's a, what do you call it, a golf skirt? Is that what it is? Yeah, Carve Designs skirt. Women's size 12. Polyester, hiking. You know, I'm getting better at my keywords on this. So this is packable. Like, this is so, like, lightweight and really not thin fabric, but you know, it's a cargo thing. I don't have cargo in here, first of all. I don't have pockets mentioned. I think instead of polyester in the title, which I'm sure the VA did, and I was just going quick, I would not, they could look inside to see what the fabric was. I think I would have chosen my keywords a lot better. I would have chosen packable. I would have taken the word size out and just put Carve Designs skirt women's 12. I would have saved 4 letters of the word size, and I would have maybe put Gorp Core or outdoors. I certainly would not have put polyester in the title and not put that it is packable. Packable is a keyword that really seems to fit, and I think that, you know, if you are going on a backpacking trip or if you're going anywhere, really, packable is important. I mean, that could roll up and be like hardly in the way. You could take like 20 of those on a trip, and so anyway, I took $8.99 plus shipping, so $16.04. They did not use a coupon. It sold via promoted. So that's still good, but I'm learning on how important some of these little keywords are. They make a big difference. So this is going to Florida, and it's going to cost $5.17, and I charged them $6. All right, and it's only 5 ounces, so maybe it'll even change the shipping, what I had in there. Let's see, yeah, $4.31. So I actually get to keep like $1.80, $1.70 on the shipping. We'll change it to Tuesday. I've always been halfway decent, I want to say, with keywords, but now that I'm in Chris and Tech's group, you know, I just see how they swear even the order of the title like really matters. You know, it really makes a difference, and it's just faster if you have the same order all the time. You know, so I'm just getting better and better to where I try to do that. All right, the bad news is we are out of the little envelopes, so we'll see. We'll see what happens on Tuesday. If the storm isn't as bad as we think or something, I might get some mail in, but I don't think I'm going to get or receive or send out really any mail. But I'll get my scan and we'll go from there. But yeah, I'm going to have to use tape gun, guys, on all the remaining orders, unfortunately, which I don't like doing. It's just, it makes it hard to, you know, it's just a pain. I'm not going to let these sit outside. I don't have a pickup, but if I did, I would be worried that, you know, just even a little bit of snow or blowing snow can wet down the label. And with all the snow, we don't get a lot of rain in Wyoming, I wouldn't say, but I'm going to have to move this so I can tape my labels down. But I just feel like there's so many opportunities for water to get on my stuff. I don't completely tape down the barcode when I do have to do this. But yep, that is a waste of tape. Good thing I buy it for about $3 something a roll from Uline, but still, it's a huge waste of time and tape. Let's see, here we go. It's okay, it's okay. What is this thing? I don't even know. Let me look. Oh, I think it's a bra. I think this is a bra, and I ship my bras in some kind of a box, or at least with cardboard if they're underwire. So this is a really cute Hot Topic bra. Let me see. I saw this and it was just really cute. It's got skulls and roses on it and things, but it's purple. It's actually a bikini top, and I don't even have the size in the, size 2. I was like, I didn't even put the size in the title. Yeah, size 2. which I don't know much about Hot Topic, but anyway. So I put that in a box. It's sold via promoted, no coupon. And let's go see what we got. So I got $14.25 plus shipping, so $22.17 on that. And it's 11 ounces. It's 10.7, but we're going to round up to 11. Okay, so first class 504. I charged $6.75, and this is going to Dubac, Louisiana. Okay, and I've got to grab 2 orders. This Peter Millar thing sold really good. They haven't paid yet. So I'm going to put this over here. I had several things sell that I just listed, and they didn't even get put away yet. I don't normally do that. I put away as I list, but since I was out of town launching some of my VA's drafts, I didn't give them a number yet. Okay. All right, let's see where we're at here now. 3504. So that would have been about 800 items ago. So I've had this a little while. This is a Wrangler two-tone shirt. I went ahead and took an offer on it. I thought it was really kind of Y2K, and I think I used that in the title. It's got like the 3 different colors. It's really cute. It's an XL, and I could have held out longer. I mean, this is a little plain, but I've seen people getting, you know, $35 on that. But that was a bins pickup, and I just didn't want to wait. So I do have Y2K and two-tone and 90s in the title. It's actually a pretty cool shirt. But anyway, I took 13 plus shipping, so $21.11, and they did not use any promotions of any kind. I find these a lot in my area. I'm not saying it's just no big deal, but I do find these. And so to me, sorry, my trash can is falling out everywhere. So to me, it was just better to get the sale. I can replace that in my store really easily. Okay, and this is going to Texas. That makes sense. And we want to change it to Tuesday. Sorry guys, we're going on an hour and a half. This is, you know, a little bit, I mean, obviously I had that long intro about what I'm doing and stuff, the 10-minute intro, and sorry about that. I mean, I hope you like hearing me catch up. I don't do that on every video, so I'll just really briefly, like on my haul video. The problem is everybody watches different videos. Some people don't like hauls. They like to see what actually sold, and I kind of tend more toward that. I like to see that people have some proof that the stuff that they picked up is actually going to sell, but I do watch hauls also. So I know that there are people watching just some of my videos and not all of them, which is totally fine. I'm happy if anybody watches anything of mine. Okay. I showed this the other day on I guess it would have been a haul video, or maybe it was just a normal video. I showed how I really would love to have kept this. I love this. It's got the fringe and the, you know, on the edges, and I love this shirt. It was mine in my own closet. I kept thinking I would wear it, and every time I put it on, it was just kind of too long in the back for any occasion. I didn't ever really try it with leggings, but I tried it with dress pants and different things, and it just hung way too low on me. So as much as I loved it, it's a cloth and stone. I just went ahead and got rid of it. I found someone with the exact same one in their listing, and I think they had it for just about right what I sold mine. It sold via promoted, no coupons. I put minimalist and I put classic gauze button down, and I think that sold it. I think minimalist is a word that I'm really starting to use a lot more. I don't wear huge bright colors or anything either, but I don't really think of myself as a minimalist. But I'm learning how many people want earth tones, minimalist, you know, things that can all go together on any occasion. And, you know, it's just a real trend, and I just didn't really think about that since I'm not that way. But anyway, adding that to my listings I think has helped. So this is 10 ounces. It sold for $16 plus shipping, $24.26. So 16 bucks minus some promoted listing cost in there. And I normally have between 8 and on my old stuff, I'll put 15 on promoted listings. I just want it to really get out of there by the time it's old. But normally I'm right around 10 on my promoted listings. This is going to Louisiana also, Downsville, and we want to ship it on Tuesday. Several Louisiana orders today. That's good. That works. Not the same person, though, because at first I was like, but no. We're getting there. I think we got 4 or 5 more, guys. 4 or 5 more. I'll check. I know I sold one thing at least they paid for while we were making the video, so I'll just tell you about it, and then I'll go get it. Maybe tomorrow night, if I have enough that I don't want to do it just on Tuesday, I'll go ahead and do another video tomorrow. So, and see, that's what's weird is I printed this for Tuesday, but it's telling me to ship by Wednesday, February 22nd, which is strange because I have Tuesday on the label. Maybe the post office is going to start to like give you a little bit of leeway. I don't know. Not that I know of. For me, to have the postmark be accurate, I've always thought that you had to, you know, ship it on that same day you print the postage, because that's what my post office has always said. But I know with Poshmark and some of those labels that don't have an actual date on it, I would do that. I would print them, you know, a day before and then, you know, put them in the next day's mail. But where it has a date on it and it says 2/21/23, then I'm going to take it on Tuesday. We've never had a storm bad enough where people didn't actually come open the post office that I know of. So hopefully I'm not like printing all these orders and then they like it so bad they just don't even show up for work on Tuesday. I've never had that happen. Everybody that I know of lives pretty much in town and all of that. So yeah, the Under Armour leggings that I shipped together with the other one, they're still showing. All right, let's do this skirt. I love this skirt. So this side is just purple. And it says reversible, but I don't know how it can be because this is on there really good. I guess you would have to completely cut that whole tag off. So to me, I wouldn't believe it's reversible except that it says here. But then the inside is the part that sold it. And I probably could have gotten a little bit more for this. This is a 3X, so it's a great size. And it's a brand called Fool, P-H-O-O-L. And really pretty tiered, kind of multicolor. New with tags, of course. And so I put Boho Peasant Reversible Long Maxi New with Tags in the title. And it sold no promoted or any kind of a coupon. Let me grab an envelope. Oh, I've got myself all I got myself all boxed in because some of the stuff I'm listing from the VA are hard goods from my son. So I've got boxes pulled out here so that I can just finish them faster. So I pulled out packing and boxes, which I don't have that pile here when I'm just doing clothing. So I've got stuff kind of everywhere. And then I've got editing stuff that I'm going to try to do another video, maybe even by tonight or tomorrow, of all the stuff I'm editing. So anyway, this thankfully fits in a padded flat rate. Let's go see where that's going. I just listed that 2 days ago, so it's a good sale. $41.63 all in for the customer. I have another Fool skirt, I believe, or I passed on one. I'd have to go look at my inventory. But it wasn't new with tags, and the comps seemed okay. They seemed to sell, but this one sold just right away. Okay, this is going to Washington, Shoreline, Washington. Oh, where'd my scissors go? Okay, here we go. Sorry, guys. Whew. Another Ralph Lauren item. And this one's flawed also. I do really well. I pick up a lot of Ralph Lauren with flaws. If it's a unique enough piece, I don't worry about it. Okay, now this is my most expensive piece of the day, or of this weekend, that's sold. I've already got it in a poly bag, but you can see the brand name there, Schaefer. And this is a wool jacket, dry clean only, in a medium. It's a very nice leather jacket. It's kind of like a... It's not a chore coat. It looks like a chore coat, but because of the fabric, it would be more like a church coat. You would wear it, but it looks exactly like a chore coat as far as the style of it. It did have some little bit of discoloration on the leather around the collar. And it had something else. It might have had one little thing in the wool. I don't remember. But anyway, I put that in the listing. So this sold with no promotions of any kind. $85 plus shipping, $106.37. So they sent me an offer this morning. If this had been an XL or 2X, I might have held out for $120, but this is a great buy. And I've only had this listed like less than a week. This is going to Kansas, so hopefully it fits. I put... it's called a Baron Drifter coat. So in this Schaefer brand, there are style numbers. So this was style number 250, and people look for that in this brand. I'm going to cross out what it is in case it's for a birthday or something. My husband's birthday's coming up in March, so I've got one thing for him. I mentioned in one of my haul videos that... you know, we like old movies. Like this week, we'll probably, who knows what we'll watch. Who knows what kind of old movies. Probably lots of old Sherlock Holmes in the black and white. Sometimes they colorize them, which is really nice. Those are fun. But we like the Thin Man movies, so I found a DVD set, which I should sell because it's probably worth 55 or 60 bucks. But I'm going to give it to him for his birthday. And, well, we don't ever watch DVDs, so we'll probably have to, like, I don't even know. My computer doesn't even have, yeah, this doesn't even have it. We do have a DVD player in there, which I just need to hook up, and we'll watch them. It's a really cool set, and he'll just keep it. But it's of all the Thin Man movies. It's got a bunch of different ones. This is going to Kansas, like I said, and I've got my weight in correctly. Let's see, parcel is $8.65. I bet priority is just a tiny bit more. Priority is $878, so we're definitely going to upgrade so we get that insurance. Not that they ever pay, but that's another thing. I've never gotten a claim out of the USPS, and I've needed them very little, and the claim I was trying to get was like, I don't know, $25 one time or something. But anyway, I probably wouldn't even bother filing. Who knows? That was such a hassle, and you know, it was like my first claim ever for 20 bucks, and it was like very simple to prove. I had pictures, and it was just such a hassle. I gave up. It's probably by design. Let's see what else we've got. Those and another Simply piece. So this is exactly like the brick red one that I showed you. It's a Simply shirt tunic, and this is in a size 10. It's really pretty plum purple. I don't know what it's showing up in the camera because I'm on a different screen doing the shipping, but it's a gorgeous, like, deep plum color, and I really like it. So we're going to ship that one next. I feel very blessed to have all these orders. I've been listing and I've been trying to pick very carefully. You can tell the difference since, you know, I had that really good week, that $2,500 week. Things were picking back up, and then just between the snow and a bunch of different things, I couldn't get enough listings up like I wanted. You know, I wasn't able to buy high quality stuff. And now that I'm back, like with the Schaefer jacket, with the Simply, with buying some nicer pieces, it doesn't take very long, and then my sales are right back up. Okay, so I'm glad I don't have to go to UPS tomorrow. I guess on the Schaefer jacket, I could have been nice and gotten it out of here before the storm. I didn't really think about it. I could have gotten it to UPS tomorrow. But just because the UPS store is open, those trucks are the last ones that will be allowed to be out on the highway. Like, they don't drive in the weather. So if we really get the snow tonight, it's not going to go anywhere anyway. And it could sit there for more days than even the mail. I think the mail, you know, gets a little bit of a pass, and they try to get the mail out of here when they can. So this deep purple shirt, no promotions of any kind. I don't think I put promoted on this because I knew this brand was selling. So I'm trying to not use promoted on things that should be selling anyway. I know it's, you know, 5%, 10%, but I'm trying to really use it when I need it and back off of it a little bit. And it seems to be working on this stuff that's going to sell no matter what. So this I sold for $23.25 plus shipping, so $32.09. I love this brand. This is the third piece in a week. If I could find it more, I would just sell it all day long. I know it's from Canada. I need to check and see, like, is this a catalog thing? Or I need to go check and see if there's a website where I could get stuff, you know. Maybe they have a $5 sale once in a while, or clearance or something. I don't know, because any color seems to sell too. Even though this is a really deep plum purple, and then that brick red seems. And then the pants I sold last week were brown. And I have one more Simply shirt listed. I want to say it's black, but don't quote me. I don't remember. This is going to California. So see, it has an American following too. Even though it's a Canadian brand, it has a pretty good American following. And that may be why too, you know, a lot of the listings for this might be from Canada, and same on Poshmark. And then I come in and I have it for a lot cheaper shipping to the US, and that could be why mine sells just really fast. But I don't hear many people talk about this brand. I'm not saying I discovered it myself. I can't remember. I just know that I've sold it for a long time. I kept about 50 cents on the shipping too, so that's good. That is good. Yeah, I was hoping to get to that consignment store again. I dropped off some on Friday. I didn't even check my balance because I knew I'd wiped them out of my balance like a few days before. So, there's my son calling. I'll tell him just a second. I haven't exactly been honest with my kids. Like I tell, my kids a lot of stuff, but, or, most everything. We're pretty close and all that. But I have not exactly told them that I have a YouTube channel that I'm building for my retirement. They would make fun of me for sure. I mean, not in a bad way, but they would be like, oh, okay, Mom. So when I talk to them, I'll be like, oh, I've just been doing my shipping. And I think it's funny. I think it's going to be funny when they do find out, but I'm going to wait. It's just like my own trick on them. If you happen to know them, don't tell them. Virginia, you especially. Don't mention it to them. It's my own practical joke I'm doing on them. You know, when I get a decent amount of subscribers, which could take, who knows, 6 months, it could take, 20 years, who knows. But whenever I feel like I have a decent enough subscribers, it'll come up in a conversation or, somehow they'll find out, but I'm just leaving it up to them. I'm not really embarrassed about it. I mean, it's not that. It's just, we play tricks on each other, and I think this one will be kind of funny. My kids are young and they're normal. They think they've got it all figured out, and, so I just thought it would be kind of fun, to just do something. They don't have to know my whole life, right? They're like, I just think it'll be funny. This is a pair of pants I've had forever, number 1337. And like I said, I'm on the 4300s now, so this is 3,000 items ago, and I was going to get to it. I'm on editing, I'm on 857 right now on the editing, and so this, I would have gotten to maybe even this week, but anyway, it sold on its own finally, thankfully. They did use a 15% off coupon, and so it sold for $19.87 total. My son was at the wedding, so I'm going to call and find out how that gal's wedding went, and I'm sure it was beautiful. Let's see where this is going. So yeah, maybe you'll be the subscriber who happens to run into me somewhere and my kids are with me, and that's kind of what I'm waiting for. That's kind of what the practical joke is going to be. Is that, it'll be like I said, it might take 10 years, but I'll have a few thousand followers or something. And someone will come up to me and say hi, and my son will be like, oh, what do you mean? That's what I'm waiting for. That's how the joke is planned. I've told my husband, don't you dare tell him I'm making videos. And part of it's payback because my kids, years ago when YouTube was new, they literally would make, that's why it's kind of a family joke, they would make videos in the basement, and I had no clue until one of my kids brought up, hey, I need your email address so I can get monetized. And I'm like, what are you even talking about? I had no clue, because this was, years ago. And come to find out, I thought they were just down here playing, games with their friends or whatever. I guess I wasn't monitoring them like I should. And they were literally posting stuff on YouTube. And, I promise I was an involved parent. I thought I was. Anyway, this is going to Wyoming. This is going to Gray Bull, Wyoming. I very rarely have things to Wyoming. The time I had a ton of orders to Wyoming is when I found a bunch of University of Wyoming shirts. And then I had quite a few things, but I don't normally ship to Wyoming that often. So that's cool. Let me change this to Tuesday. They definitely will understand the storm. They probably, between the two of us, they probably won't get this for who knows how long. But anyway, that's why it's kind of a joke, because they kind of have done a lot of this type of stuff to me when they were growing up. Like, in some ways, I was the last to know on a lot of stuff. So it's my husband and my time to kind of get them back, I don't know how to even explain it. It's just something in my family that I'm doing. My husband and I feel like our kids, I mean, they love us. And like now, my son's calling me, not taking anything for granted. But, I don't know. They don't make fun of us like in a harsh way. They just joke around with us, and they think we're kind of, whatever. We live up here in the mountains out in the middle of nowhere. So I am going to get them back. I think it's funny. right, let's see what else we have. I think this is my last one that I have pulled. I think I'm showing 3 more to ship. So I sold a pair of limited women's pants. These are in a size 6. I don't know. These must have been a return because I know I did not buy a pair of limited women's pants like even this year. I'm not saying they aren't worth it, but you know, I don't pick up this brand right now and certainly not in a size 6. Even at the bins, I don't think it would be worth doing. So I must have gotten a return on some old inventory and then I gave it a new number. So this sold for $5.46 plus shipping, so $12.74. No promotions of any kind. I don't have it in front of me. It just sold. I'm going to go look and then I'll go pull it. I'm just seeing where it's going for you. Let's see. This is going to California. So cool, cool. Yeah, I haven't done any research on the limited. I just know this was a stagnant piece. And so at least as far as I know, that's not a brand you want to pick up. Oh, okay. And then the Under Armour pants that I shipped with that other item is just still in the shipping queue. It's done. I already put everything in there. So this is my last one except for the pants. This is a Ralph Lauren blazer. This is the one that has the crest on it and it has really pretty gold buttons. See, you always want to look for the gold buttons. And this thing, I knew it was a pickup right away. Now this had quite a few little snags in the fabric, like here. It's actually, you know, kind of becoming a hole. And it was also a 6 petite. So I put that in the listing. And if I had not felt like it had flaws, I would have probably tried to get closer to 50 for this. But this sold with no promotions or anything. And I sold it for $29.99 plus shipping, so $39.74, which on a flawed item, I think is just amazing. And this is wool. And so I always put crest and then navy wool blazer and gold buttons on any black blazer with gold buttons or a navy blazer with gold buttons, or especially a green one that might be for golfing like the Masters. I always put that in there, and the word gold buttons and blue or gold buttons and black, for some reason, it just really helps sell these items. Someone said that a long time ago to do that, and I followed that. This is going to Northampton, Massachusetts. So yeah, so I think that's good. And this I just listed last week too. All of these things that I talk about, the Schaefer blazer, this item, the Simply, this was all from my last shopping trip like 5 days ago before I went to the bins just now. Well, guys, thank you for shipping with me. I am sorry it's so long. That's how my real shipping goes. It might have taken me a few minutes less if I would have just not been talking, but most of it is waiting for the printer and that kind of thing and making decisions, giving refunds. This is kind of how it goes to ship, you know, 23 items. I probably would have shaved probably 20 minutes off if I hadn't been also, you know, talking. But anyway, take care. I'm going to go see kind of what's going on in my life. I might either do that haul video or do an editing video, but in the next 24 hours, there's probably going to be about 5 or 6 new videos. If you like watching, I appreciate it. I should have introduced myself at the beginning of the video, but I'm not very good at this. Just, you know, if you don't mind subscribing, it would really help me out. I appreciate you liking my videos, and any kind of a comment just helps my channel. Just put anything in there. I will take constructive criticism, keyword being constructive. Just try to, you know, if there's something you don't like, I will do my best. I know one gal was saying that the videos are too long, which I get, but, you know, I have all these orders to ship and stuff. So I'm trying to make, you know, some shorter like editing videos and things that she can watch. However, you know, most of my videos are going to end up being kind of long because even the editing videos, I'm trying to do 20 or 30 items at a time. It's not really worth my time to just edit 5 things. I've got to do all this stuff in bulk. Right now, it's a little bit of a slow time for me, not really because of the eBay. Like eBay would sell 10 times more than what I'm listing right now. But because my listing is really kind of slow because of my ability to get inventory without like totally giving up my life and moving, like, you know, out of town for a couple months, other than that being an option, you know, that's why my videos are just long. But in the summer, you're going to see even longer videos. I'll try to break them up, but I'm going to have garage sale hauls where I do, you know, 2 days worth of garage sailing, and I buy months and months worth of inventory, especially to stock up for winter. So my haul videos are going to be longer coming up, and I'll just do my best to break them up. Feel free to stop in the middle, and then I hope that you will come back to it and see the rest, though. Take care, guys. Thank you, and I'll see you later, either tonight or tomorrow. Have a good day. Bye-bye.